What up YouTube? How are we feeling today? Hope everybody is doing great, and today is Tuesday. A new vendor reset is upon us and I'm gonna do it a little bit different. I'm gonna show you the must buys or all the decent buys that are in the vendor reset today. Of course, I'm gonna show you a little bit more tomorrow with Cassie Mendoza, but today we're gonna start off with all the vendors that I think have the best items to sell. I won't show you everything, so it will be a little bit faster video. As you can see, it's not my main character because I have some problems logging into my main character. Hopefully I can log in my main character when I'm done with this video, because I wanna rock that golden bullet event and of course stream it for y'all, because I'm gonna stream from Monday to Friday on twitch.tv. I am PurePrime. So make sure to hit up with the follow, and of course make sure to smash that like button on this video, and if you didn't do it already, of course hit that subscribe button with that little notification bell next to it to keep informed whenever I upload new videos. But are you ready? Let's go! And there we are guys, at the clan vendor, the first vendor we can find some decent buys, as the first one is the Forge holster, with of course that 50% shield health and comes with 15.5% repair skills, but you can roll that away for whatever you think is necessary. And then over to the Aces of Eights mask with 11.9% weapon damage and 8% headshot damage. The headshot damage is very nice to have on an Aces of Eights build, so this gives you the opportunity to roll that weapon damage to the max cap and optimize the last 2% of headshot damage to get it to god roll. This is a pretty decent buy. And then over to the classic M1A. 12.4% rifle damage, 14% critical hit damage and 8% magazine size with Killer. So Killer is a very decent talent on here, so this gives you the opportunity to roll the magazine size away for some damage you target out of cover, and you only have to optimize a little bit of the core attributes to get it to god roll. Another pretty decent buy in this vendor reset. And then we have another decent buy, could be a little bit better on the weapon damage, but it has maxed out critical hit damage, 10.4% weapon damage, 8.3% status effect and bloodsucker on there, on of course the backpack of Providence. If you want to of course keep that bloodsucker on there because it's a pretty decent talent, roll that status effect away for whatever you think is necessary, and then of course optimize the weapon damage to get it to god roll. This is a pretty decent buy as well, but let's jump over to our next vendor. And there we are guys, next vendor is the theater. We can find the Baker's Dozen. Could be a little bit better in attribute, but it already comes with 5% damage to armor, and then of course that perfect lucky shot because it's the named M1A. In my opinion, roll that rifle damage to the max cap and optimize the rest, you have a pretty decent buy. Just like the gloves of Golan, almost 140k armor, almost 4k armor regeneration, so this gives you the opportunity to roll that headshot damage away for whatever you think is necessary, and these are the two decent buys at the theater in this vendor reset. Let's jump over to the Dark Zone. And there we are guys, at DZ East, the first thing we can pick up and a pretty decent buy is the Mask of Aces of Eights, but now with 4.4% crit chance, so this gives you the opportunity to roll that weapon damage to the max cap and only have to optimize 1.6% to get it to god roll. Pretty decent buy, just like the Foundry Bulwark holster with almost maxed out armor, so this gives you the opportunity to roll that health away for whatever you think is necessary. Go for a crit build or go for some armor regeneration if you want to go for a full tank build. But these are the two decent buys of DZ East. Let's jump over to our next DZ. And for our next DZ, we are at DZ West, and the first decent buy is the Gloves of Negotiator's Dilemma with 4.6% critical hit chance already on there and 11% weapon damage. In my opinion, pick it up if you're still looking for it, roll that weapon damage to the max cap, and you only have to optimize 1.4% critical hit chance if you're still looking for it to get it to God roll, one of the first decent buys of DZ West. Then over to the knee pads of Aces of Eights with 4.7% critical hit chance on there. So this gives you the opportunity to roll that weapon damage to the max cap, and you only have to optimize 1.3% critical hit chance to get it to God roll if you're of course still looking for it. But these are the best buys of the DZ West. Let's jump over to New York. And then for our first vendor in New York, we have the 1886 with maxed out damage to armor, 13.1% rifle damage, and then at 5% critical hit damage, and Breadbasket already on there. Breadbasket is a very nice talent for a rifle, and then in my opinion, roll that critical hit damage to that max cap and optimize the last 1.9% rifle damage to get this to God roll. This is a pretty nice buy. But let's jump over to our last vendor of today and the second vendor of New York. And there we are, guys, last vendor of New York, and this is a pretty decent buy as well. It's not the greatest, but it already has close and personal, 12.7% SMG damage, 15.5% critical hit chance, so you can roll that rate of fire away for some damage to armor or some damage to target out of cover for, of course, for this enhanced PP90. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much it. These are all the decent buys that we can pick up in this week's vendor reset. I'm gonna do it a little bit different like I said in the beginning, and I'm gonna make it a little bit shorter and show you my picks, all the decent or must buys that we have in the vendor reset. This week's we don't have that much must buys, but a lot of decent buys, a lot of buys that can be used for a couple different builds, and of course a few Aces of Eights pieces. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. Hopefully I can log into my main character and go on that hunt with the Golden Bullet event. A lovely event, and hopefully I can stream it for y'all on twitch.tv/IamPurePrime, and I will be going live from Monday till Friday, and of course hopefully today if I can log on to my main character. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribers button, and of course the notification bell. PurePrime out!